So we pick up after fighting some Myconid abominations, and we see two smaller Myconids that we learn are called stools, and one is named Basidia, the former Myconid sovereign from before the Demon Queen took over. They send the information directly to Naziz telepathically, which luckily he told us, sorry. They were not corrupted by the Zygmoids and would have been turned into abominations if we had let the ritual go through. Basidia asked if that we kill Filio, the current ruler of the Myconids, and his replacement. They were very happy that we saved them and offered us some spores, which gave everybody a telepathic link and immunity to spores. He shows us the way out, but we have to like army crawl through the tunnel, except for Hork. He just has to crouch. It takes miles and miles to crawl through the tunnel, but we were able to get out safely. Along the way, we did reach level 5. We do learn that we have to travel 24 days and over 150 miles to reach Zygmoids. During some downtime, I transcribed Fireball into my spell book from the spell book we had found. Thank you, everyone, for helping me cover the costs. During a rest, we are attacked by a Drider with a mangled right hand. There's a lot of discussion if we should kill it or let it live. Ophelia really wanted to let it live because it gave us a true name, Dorlin Duskin, and wanted to make a deal. It ultimately cast darkness, which I tried to counterspell. It didn't work. But I'm able to spell it, and I'm happy that I get to try some new spells. But we do end up killing Jorlin and harvesting some Drider oil and poison, and Ophelia ends up burying the remains of Jorlin. Ophelia also cast Leomund's tiny hut for the first time, and we don't have to have watch. But we just don't trust it yet, and so at least for now, we're keeping someone awake at all times, just not doubling up. Hork makes a homunculus. Sir croaks a lot. It's kind of weird looking, but also kind of cute. We harvest a mushroom along the journey, a super mushroom, which we gave to Doug, and he also happened to find a healing potion, so go Doug. We continue our long travels and find an abandoned drow outpost. We find a few things along the way, including a chest that's oddly left unlocked, but it has a poison dart that hits Naziz right in the chest, so that's why it was unlocked. We found some demonic stones that I checked out and confirmed it's demonic, but we just don't understand or know the signature. Some people start hearing some buzzing and grinding, and slowly it approaches, and everybody hears it, and then it arrives. And so we'll be picking up in battle.
All right, thank you very much for the recap. As our recap for next week is Doug.
Yep.
We're gonna
Great
jump
recap.
into combat.
Thank you.
See how you guys fare. I did, and I hope you guys don't die, but I did kill 2 player characters just yesterday. They weren't prepared. They didn't have any short rests left. They're like, ooh, treasure, let's go into an abandoned mine. Even after I explicitly told them that the rumors of people have gone mad down here. And then level 3 party encounters a Mind Flare, CR10. Mini boss. 2 people died. Their heads exploded. The rest of them killed it. Sucks. Because they just got their like anniversary gift and now it goes down to the drain. Because they can't take it with them.
Dang.
Are we redoing our initiative?
We haven't rolled in.
It
We're
didn't seem
rolling
to
now.
keep it.
Oh.
Yeah, we picked up at it. We didn't do anything.
Yeah, kiss me.
Give me a second. Isa, I have a +2 to my dex. What do you have?
+2. I have 15.
Want to do rollies?
Sure.
I'll roll a d20.
I think I'm going first, and I don't necessarily want that.
Yes, you are. But now we can coordinate.
We have telepathic link, so yes, we can say anything we want to each other.
Alright. Jesus. Arnez. As you were poisoned, not feeling that great, but, you know, managed.
Okay. Let's see
You can
here.
just hear
It took
droning
poison
noises coming
damage,
from-
but did she have the condition poisoned on
No,
her?
no, just poison damage.
Okay.
Oh my god, the thing is ugly. Okay. I will aim over Doug's shoulder and shoot it. Twice.
That's a hit. Nope. Yep, 24 is a hit. Yeah.
And then I will sidestep so others can enjoy killing it.
Doug is going to rage. He's going to make 2 attacks on it.
That's a miss.
That's not going to hit.
That's a hit for
Alright,
19.
cool.
Oh, that's 21. Never mind.
Yeah, sorry. Don't know why I double clicked my mouse must have. For 16. And then on my turn.
As the Casmi will use his bonus action to use the droning noise on you. Roll me a con save. Ten is a fail.
Yikes.
Ooh.
As you drop unconscious.
Unconscious.
As your rage
Like,
disappears.
All his HP?
No, he's just unconscious. The droning just knocks him out. As the creature begins to zoom in. Hits his beak right into the door. As it looks at... let's go for Nazes as it stabs with the proboscis. The big needle-like nostril mouth kind of jabs into you. 20 to hit.
Yeah, 20 hits.
It stabs your leg, dealing 17 piercing, and 13 of the necrotic goes into your max HP as it starts to drain your life.
Alright, how much?
17
Necrotic?
piercing, and then 13 necrotic into your max. And it starts to
Okay.
drain your life force. So it's basically just, yeah, it's gonna try to kill you.
Oh. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh with my bonus action.
Okay.
And then, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna step forward. And I'm gonna take a smack.
That's a hit.
With shoot strike, by the way. Do I have to call it beforehand?
You do.
Alright, fair enough. Well, 6
But
damage.
I'll allow it, just do it.
Alright, shoot strike damage. 9. It takes 9 radiant. That'll be the end of my turn.
He's up.
Doing shocking grasps.
Okay. That's a hit. As it loses his reaction, but it seems to be resistant to lightning. Takes half that damage.
But I'm totally gonna move around the corner over here out of its way.
Vic.
Alright, Vic is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. But when they cast it right back here, behind the guy.
Alright.
then I am going to take a 5-foot step, and I am going to hit him with my mildew mace.
Alright. 4. It cannot be poisoned. It's immune.
Fair enough. And that is my turn.
So you hear another droning noise in as another one comes in from another room as it rolls in. Got a natural 20. Anybody got a natural 20 on their initiative? Initially or no?
No.
Alright, it goes first. As it breaks through this door. As it will use its bonus action to... Oh, sorry. There's 2 of these weapons here. I believe one. It's going to use its action to use another droning noise. The people who inside must make me a con save.
All of us?
Yeah, except for Doug. As Vic, you fail.
Con save?
Yeah. Vic, you fall unconscious as you lose your concentration. Zophelia, Isa, and Aziz, you're immune to the droning noise. As it ends its turn.
Alright, it want to be stabby, stabby, be stabby, stabby.
That's a hit.
Okay. And then
The cold damage is
offhand-
halved.
Oh, that little sucker. Okay. Offhand.
12's a miss.
Okay, second attack.
Natural 1. Bumble table, please. 2d20. $17 gives you advantage on saving throws, and 13, if you attacked, you take half the amount of damage to yourself. Actually, no, I think 13's a wild swing. I'm not too sure. Let me just double check. No, self-inflict. It's bad. Which one do you want?
17, please.
Alright.
Alright, and then offhand again. And miss again.
Miss.
Okay. I still got one good swing in there. I think my job here is done.
Alright, Doug, you can end your turn. You're sleeping. Or unconscious, in a sense. You can't... There's no save.
There's no way to get out of it.
Your allies have to help you.
One has to wake your ass up.
Yeah,
That's
there's 2
unfortunate.
ways of getting them up, but you'll have to roll investigation to figure that out. I can't help you anymore with these ones. You have to kind of learn how to fight them. These are new ones anyways, they're different, but if you make a check on your turn, like as in a full action, you can investigate how to wake them up. But you can obviously try to do something if you see fit that might work instead. It's going to attack...
I love fighting these new monsters.
Aziz creature is going to attack again, Aziz, as it's going to smack with a proboscis. 18?
Just hits.
Alright. You take 12 piercing
Okay.
and 29 necrotic into your max.
What's that half?
Running.
Huh?
What's that half? Is that...
As a tiefling that she is, she's in.
Yeah, I'm got
44.
resistance.
14 to necrotic? Okay. That was Asimar's. I thought tieflings was fire.
I'm fire.
No, yeah, I'm one of the new tieflings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's 3 different ones.
14 to max and 12 piercing. Yeah, there's no save. A lot of the new monsters have no saves anymore. They just hit you directly. That's why they're strong now. They're annoying to deal with.
I really don't like that Vic is sleeping on the job, so I kind of walk up and nudge her with my foot with some movement speed.
Do you want to attack them or just nudge them?
I'm practically kicking her because I know she has the
You'll
armor.
have to use an attack action then.
I'll. Oh, fuck. Unarmed attack.
Alright, you're gonna have to hit her armor class. She's pretty tanky. Do you get advantage?
So is that just a regular die 20?
Disadvantage with your unarmed attack. So it's a d20 plus your strength modifier. You have no
I have a
strength.
negative. Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah,
Use your dagger.
you miss. You want to try again for advantage?
Yeah.
15 is a miss.
Yeah, misses.
You hit her armor. Ting!
Punch my shield.
And that was my attack, and so I can't use a spell or anything? Of course. Okay, I tried, guys. Wake is it up? Or Ophelia? No. Vic up!
Is up. I love it.
Going through all the girls. Like my grandma naming all the kids.
Ophelia is very selfish. She does not want to use her action to wake Vic up. Is there anything she can do with a bonus action to wake him up?
Nope.
Yeah.
There's two ways of doing it. There's one item you guys don't have in your inventory, so I'm not going to even bother. The other one is you have to use your full action to hit them. You have to actually hit them. You can't just shake them awake. It doesn't work anymore that way.
Yeah, and if I hit
the other
Vic,
way
it's
is
gonna be
holy water, which you guys don't have.
yeah. And if I hit Vic, it's gonna be real damage if I actually hit.
You have to hit. It says damage. Requires damage.
Do it.
But you have to hit her armor class.
Okay.
But you have
Vic
advantage.
wants it.
Well, you
Alright,
better,
I'll wake you up, Vic.
'cause there's two creatures right now. Roll
Crap.
advantage. 19's a hit.
19.
19 hits. It's 18.
Yeah, you're gonna take only 8.
8 points of damage as you get smacked in the face.
I didn't two strike you.
For the
I
woulda,
appreciate
shoulda.
that. Thank you.
And I'm going to bonus action give inspiration to Aziz. Oh, I think my inspiration went up. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a D8 now.
Alright, you're prone on the ground, Vic. What you want to do is you woke up as you realize, how the fuck am I on the ground?
I'm gonna go ahead and stand up. And then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Wisdom save. 22.
Yeah, he good.
That
Magic
was a near
resistance.
perfect.
Damn, I know. Look at that roll. Holy cow.
What a...
That's my turn. Move
Alright.
and stand, and I'm good.
Alright. As the battle continues on, another one comes into the fray.
Thank you, Ophelia.
This thing will kind of take its spot here and prod into Ophelia. 15. Ophelia? Ophelia?
Sorry about that. Sorry, I was on mute.
There's a 15 hit.
15 misses.
Alright, you can make an attack of all three of you if you want. So it has to move away.
Yo.
18,
Lily, baby. Oh.
9.
That was supposed to be a
Frost
19,
brand.
sorry.
They all hit.
Alright.
Still need the damage from you, Shillelagh. Oh, you did. Okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. That. Alright.
Okay. We are going to swing.
Swing. Critical.
Whew.
I'm gonna add a psionic strike onto that duty there as well. And then offhand. And miss. Oh my god, really?
You've been drained too many times.
Aha!
Has he?
Yeah, I've been drained.
With your natural 20, you can use my dice to roll an extra 2d8 that I gave you Bardic.
You can use the
Okay.
bar if you want for that.
Yeah,
I'll
'cause
use
you can use,
Oh wait, I can use it to add on to my AC though, right?
Mhm.
you can use
Or-
the add-on to your AC or your damage.
I'm gonna add it on to my AC if I can hit again.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, Doug's sleeping. Alright, this thing is gonna attack Mazes. That's a 15.
Miss.
Hey, I haven't seen or heard much from Doug. I'm gonna kind of. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's unconscious like freaking Vic. I'm gonna do a magic missile, but only one bolt. Just a little poof from a distance.
Okay.
You can have the other two hit the enemy too.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you can split
Yeah, you
them.
can choose
Oh.
up to 3 targets.
Okay, I would like
Yeah,
to
I
get...
think you have to do all 3
You have
bolts.
to.
So you can.
You have to shoot all 3 bullets, but you can designate them in different targets. You have
Okay.
to designate them right before you shoot them.
The first one hits Doug, and the final 2 hit the guy in front of me.
Okay.
The big guy. Already hit. That's about the best I could have done.
All right, 3 missiles in. One hits you, Doug, for 3 damage, waking you up. As this one gets killed. As you watch
And
it
so,
die, it begins to dissolve into black ichor.
Ew. I get icked.
There's no body left.
Billy will reach in and go around him. Where Doug's at, close to, and she will shillelagh him.
17.
17?
Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't say true strike, so it's no true strike.
No true sight. Alright, this one begins to make its way. Going for Doug. Attacking him. 20 to hit.
Yep, it hits.
So you take 14 piercing as you're not raging anymore, and 20 necrotic into your max HP pool. So it starts draining you.
Right.
That is such a wild amount of damage for a drain.
Yeah, it's a lot, because it only gets 1 attack, so it's 66 necrotic.
We are level 5 now.
Yeah, these are a little bit stronger. They're challenge rating 6, but yeah.
There are 2 of these things, or is one of them dead?
One died, it melted into ichor, but another one just spawned.
So is the one due south of me the one
This
that's
one's
dead,
hurt.
and the one near dead?
Yeah, the one you're currently stepping on is just black ichor on the ground. Just dead.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move up here by Ophelia and hit the guy with my mildew mace.
Uh, 15 to hit, yeah, for 9. Bloody.
And that's my turn.
Alright. As the last one begins to come in, as you hear buzzing noises coming from the last building. So it rolls initiative. This one will attack Ophelia. Didn't like that smack. 23 to hit. Does that hit you, Ophelia?
What was that? Sorry.
23?
I will,
Ooh, 23 does hit.
I will intercept some of that damage.
9 piercing and 24 into your max HP.
I have resistance to getting necrotic. Does that help?
Yep, you just take half. So you take 12 necrotic into your max HP, and Vic helps reduce the piercing damage to 4.
Alright, so 16. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You gotta remember that it's going to your max, that 12 necrotic. It's not going to your HP, it's actually draining your max.
I'll make sure to put it in my temp so I know that if I ever reach 12, it'll go there.
Yeah, because if it drops you to 0, you die instantly.
Yep.
Okay. With that knowledge.
I feel bad for Doug. He's like, he couldn't do anything. He's just like, ugh, sleeping. I thought you had a high con. I was like hoping you'd stay.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot this duty right in front of me.
Okay.
Just a couple times. Just a couple of needles.
That's a
And
miss.
this.
That one's hit.
Yay! And that is all I wrote.
Doug, you want to stand back up?
Yep.
You want to rage?
Yep. Step around. I'm gonna do a line breathe attack through these two.
What kind of damage is it? Acid?
Poison.
Poison. Alright. It does nothing to them as you shoot it. They're immune.
Fucking sweet.
Okay, so I still can't see what's going on, so I pop back over. Oh no! And I magic missile the guy in front of me for 1 and 2 at the one near Doug.
Okay.
So 4 to the guy in front, and then 5 to the guy in back.
Alright.
You know what? Naziz is not looking so good. I'll take a moment and actually try and be a little heroic.
Aw.
I mean, I still have this cool cape I can make into a hellhound if I really want.
You mean you turn into a hellhound?
Oh, I know.
You have to have some flavor. What you look like as a hellhound.
Ophelia will cast. You see that Doug's struggling, so she's gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the one in front of him.
Okay. What's the save?
DC 16 Wisdom.
It fails at 13.
Alright, it is now doing
That's
whatever it does as a laugh, and it is incapacitated. Bonus action, I will give Doug a Bardic Inspiration. Now Aziz and Doug both have one. Level 5, baby!
This thing can't do anything. Does it make a save at the end, or only if it gets damaged?
Let me post it just to be, you know, transparent.
Because I know it's one or the other, but I think it's damaged, and it gets advantage, I believe, if it
Yeah,
gets damaged.
yeah, I think I want to make. I'm pretty sure it's damage, but let me double check. Spell. Sorry. Detail.
Wisdom save has advantage if it's triggered by damage.
At the end of its turn, it makes the Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so if it took any damage, it has advantage on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't make anything. Does it make its turn at the end of its turn, even if it doesn't take damage?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it still gets to make it at the end of its turn. I think they updated it so that it makes it at the end of its
24
turn.
gets out.
Alright.
As this one breaks through, making its way towards Doug. 13 misses.
Okay, I am going to again bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon on this one right here by Doug.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so 23 points of damage, or 7 points of damage to
So I was like, 23 points of damage. Damn, man, that's like a high upcast.
No, I wish I cast it for some reason. Okay, that was a bonus action, so I'm going to then hit the guy in front of me with my Mildew Mace.
Uh, 12 is a miss.
Okay, I am going to stay where I am. That's my turn.
Alright, this thing is going to keep attacking Ophelia. 18 to hit.
18 actually hits.
You take
I don't think I
17.
can-
Field intercept.
Yep, 17 piercing, so intercept that. So 15 piercing instead, Ophelia. And 17 necrotic halved to 8. To your max.
Alright, so that's a whole 20. Alright.
So 15 is into your HP, and then 8 into your max.
Okay.
Kind
I
of feel
see I am not-
woozy, Ophelia. You're like, oh, I'm drained a little bit too much.
Alright. Since I am not the only one busted up, I will move forward here.
Do you have a healing potion?
I do actually.
I can only recover like 14 hit points.
Alright, I'm going to attack this asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
10's miss.
Miss.
Yeah, my bardic.
One's a hit per one.
And second round of attacks.
Nine.
And offhand.
That's a miss.
Alright, and bonus action, I will drink a potion.
You can use the macro, or you can roll it 2d4 plus 2. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's almost full. You kind of spill a little bit on the ground.
Alright, I'm still in this fight, man. I'm still in this fight.
Doug, you're 2v1ing. What do you want to do?
Right. I'm going to. First, I'm going to drink a healing potion as a bonus action. 7.
I am gonna probably add some new macros in this game. I've been testing it for my Wednesdays and Tuesdays game. I have a macro for a Bardic Inspiration, one for Mirror Image, and then I have one for Detect Magic, and one for Divine Sense for Paladins, but I don't think we have Paladin in this group.
And then I'll attack twice.
Alright, that's a hit.
13. Oh, on this one.
And I heard a lot of people complained about
Second
the
sec.
camera being moved around, so I'm going to actually remove that off. So the camera won't pull you into the screen. Because some people get a headache from that when it's being yanked left and right.
Yeah, that is approved.
So I got rid of it. I just turned it off. See, now it doesn't do it anymore.
I'm gonna try and mind sliver the guy
Which one
ahead
are
of
you hitting
me.
again, sorry? Doug?
This one.
Okay, thank you. At least they're taking the full damage. Mind Sliver? Okay. It fails with an 8. Still
Taking
alive.
7 psychic. I kind of tap Naziz on the shoulder and kind of take a step back. Not into the wall, more over here.
Freela's gonna try to be a hero. She will she will use her Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport right next to Doug.
Okay.
Probably right here, so they can both attack her. And you see she cast Mirror Image as 3 Ophelias pop up. And one's like, break off his finger! Kick him in the nuts! Save Doug! As they're all running in circles and stuff like that.
Love it.
This one doesn't care because it did get hit by Doug's giant cleaver, as it will stab him. 13's a miss. But this other one will attack you, Ophelia. I'll try to at least. 22 to hit. Roll me a 3d6. It pops one of the clones away.
One disappears, it's like, nuts!
Stabs her face. Alright, Vic.
Okay, spiritual weapon on the Chasme.
Okay. That's a hit for 4.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mildew mace the one here in front of me.
Alright. That's a hit for 4. Still alive.
And I have been forgetting to do this. It is sapped, so it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Alright.
You know what? Nope, I'm staying. That's it. That's my turn.
As it looks towards Nazes, it ignores you, Vic. It doesn't seem to care about you. For some apparent reason. It's hard to tell. With disadvantage, it does roll a 7, as you completely dodge out of the way, not getting your life force drained further.
Alright, bro, it's me and you.
Alright, that's a hit. You spin your knife, cutting off its proboscis, and then driving with your other dagger right upon its neck as you watch it die, as it begins to kind of turn like a coagulated blood of demonic ichor spilling on the ground, moving towards your feet.
Alright. I didn't know this guy's turn.
12. Nope. Or is that 16? Oh, it's 16. Yeah,
16.
yeah, that's it. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. 2.
Oh, and second attack.
Alright.
Disease is now a shredder.
Yeah, it's a risky game to play, though.
Yeah, it is.
Does the 15 hit?
Yes.
Yes.
You get
Okay.
5 attacks?
I don't.
No, I get 4.
You get offhand twice?
Because of Nick.
Oh,
Or does Nick only...
Nick gives you an extra attack. It doesn't give you 2 offhand attacks. So you get 3 attacks, ideally. So you get your 2 attacks.
Oh, you would.
Oh,
Oh.
you're
You
doing
would get 4. I think you would get 4 attacks. You would get 2 normal attacks, 1 with Nick, and 1 offhand. If I'm not mistaken, because you'd have to use your bonus action with your extra offhand.
Yeah, so you get
Right.
2 main hand attacks with
With
extra
So
attack.
basically, it says keep in mind, doesn't mean you can make a 3rd attack as a bonus action. As a light property,
Okay.
you get 1 extra attack.
Okay, so get rid of
So you
that
can
last
potentially
attack.
make 4 attacks. Yes, it says.
Oh, okay. Alright. So that's my bonus action. Okay. I'm feeling the bloodlust.
So you do get 4 attacks. Ideally, you just don't get that many. But you put a fighter level in there. There you go.
Yeah, fighters are really worth it now.
Doog.
And to give Ophelia some temporary hit points.
4.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks on him.
I'll take them.
John, say it.
17.
Oh,
Critical.
Uh,
Cleave the
19.
creature in half.
Doug. Oh,
I'm saving it. I'm saving it for defense. That max HP drain is crazy.
it is.
Yeah, it's crazy, but crit. I've killed a person like that. Did 70 points of damage to them.
I believe that person was me.
No, this Kazme. The new Kazmes are scary.
Oh, I think I.
This is the updated version.
Oh yeah, not with these guys. With the
The
or
66
whatever it
was
was.
always the same with the old Kazmes. They just increased their damage and their HP has been nerfed, but they can now use droning as a bonus action instead of just passively. And then they obviously buff their resistance and stuff. Old Kazmes were stronger in HP pools. They were like in 100. Firebolt. That is a hit. As you fire a firebolt, it seems to hit, but it takes half. It's resisted.
so mine or the mine sliver. It is
Are you Shadow Sorcerer?
no, but I
Okay.
do have mine sliver.
I was just asking. If you were a Shadow Sorcerer down the road, you can make your the resistance be non-resistance. You can force somebody to just take the full damage.
I'm a wizard.
Oh, I thought you were a sorcerer for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm just that
see-
good.
You see Ophelia's staff starts to glow as she casts 2 strike. She tries to hit him.
Critical.
Oh. Boy, it's about to be damaged. And then the 2 strike damage, so that's gonna be 2 extra d6.
Ew.
24.
Aziz kind of whistles in the background.
As you see, Ophelia gets a big hammer, and you see all her clones are jumping around. Yeah, in the nuts! And one of them hits him in the nuts.
Doesn't really
There's
have
only one.
nuts. It's just like a
Where's
bug's body. You're like, huh? Alright, this thing is going to decide on whose fate is going to sting. It's going for Doug. 23 to hit.
What is the inspiration die up to?
A d8 now.
That might do it if I roll high enough. Nope, that
Or-
only brings me up to 19. I think I would have had to roll a perfect, but oh well.
Alright. You take
Yeah, it
18
hits.
piercing, halved to 9 to your HP, and you take
I
16.
will
Go ahead.
shield some of that.
Okay, how much you want to shield?
You have to roll that die.
Seven.
7 off of that.
Alright, so you take 2 points of damage, it said Doug. And then you take 16 necrotic into your max. Alright, Vic.
First, I'd like to use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon down here to attack it.
Mm-hmm.
6 points of force. So then I am going to put up my fungal mace, or my mildew mace. I'm going to draw my whip, and I'm going to run. Be right here behind my peeps with my whip. And I am going to make an attack on him.
Whip good. That's a miss.
23?
Oh, sorry, 8. I saw. Oh my god, I'm looking at the wrong damage for some reason. I keep looking at the bottom number.
I did max
yeah.
damage on that thing.
Yeah, you do it as you whip its face. It's bloodied.
And it slowed. Its speed is reduced by 10.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Aziz.
Alright. I'm going to make this thing my bitch.
25's it.
Where's my button? And then my offhand.
16's it.
And I miss. Okay.
And give Naziz some temporary hit points. 5. Take 2 attacks
21's it.
for 20.
Yeah, it's almost dead.
Take it. 14's a miss.
14 is a miss.
You know what?
Go ahead.
No, never mind. Never mind. I already used my reaction. Sorry.
Mind Sliver
Intelligence.
has to do an intellect 5 or takes
As
half
you-
or whole.
You watch its brain explode as it does. You get covered in Iker, Naziz, Doug, and Ophelia. As its body starts to dissolve, as it just begins to turn into a puddle of Iker on the ground.
Hey guys, come over here. I'll prestidigitation you before you come into the hut. Looks like you guys need a little bit of a rest.
Can I ascertain which one of the 3 of these is the most hurt or damaged?
Doug. He's been stabbed, and Ophelia.
I mean, but my max HP is not that high. Not much higher than my current health.
Ooh, that's not good.
I prestidigitation everybody. I kind of just slowly walk around. I don't have much to offer in the healing. I can at least make you look good. Some of you might have gotten a little perfume that you didn't expect either.
How long does the max life drain last?
Long rest.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately, lesser restoration doesn't fix that
No,
issue.
you need greater restoration. Well, actually, the greater restoration, I don't think it does anything for that. It's only for exhaustion and other things.
Yeah, I don't even think remove curse does anything for this.
No. It's just you gotta let your body heal.
I can cast aid. That can be the only thing I cast at their level. So everyone gets an extra 10. You guys want that?
Give it to them, yeah. I mean, I
How
will
long?
take 8
How long
points.
does aid last? Does it last until it's used up?
Yep,
8
8
hours,
hours.
basically.
So let me just
That'd be probably
cast
good
it.
for us. I got trained.
Yeah, for the 3 of us that got drained. So I'll cast 8 at 3rd level. And I'll cast it on myself, Doug, and Aziz. So we all get 10 of our HP back. Of our max HP, and we go up by 10 as well. That's nasty stuff, those bugs, right?
That was not good.
Those are demon
Yeah.
bugs.
Draining the life from our body.
Did they seem like extra aggressive to you?
Yes, yes, it did. I feel like my head is still ringing from that buzzing.
Well,
Do you want me to
And
hit you
even
in the kidney so
television
that hurts
jumping.
instead?
What was that?
Do you want me to hit you in the kidney so that hurts instead?
No, thank you.
that worked.
I found the
I
liver's a
don't
better
think
one, actually. Hit him in the liver shot, they crumple immediately.
it might distract me, but it's not going to make it better.
Hell, those things was loud, so I think they got everything and all the gods woken up around here. So I don't know if we'll be running into many things that are that aggressive anymore.
Yeah, probably not. But should probably search the buildings anyway.
But I'd say, if I'm not mistaken, this might be the outpost that Jorlin was talking about. This looks drowish, doesn't? Some kind of invasion happened here. Maybe his treasure is hidden here somewhere.
So he was going to lead us into an ambush. Lovely.
You don't know that because he's dead and he can't defend himself. I'm pretty sure he would have told us about these guys. Said he can get us here safely. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't even have to fight those things.
Look, I'm telling you, with me in the group, that Drider was never going to give us the easy way out.
I believe you, Vic, and I'm starting to learn the way you guys are on the material plane.
My people tortured and raided that monstrosity. For no other reason than whimsy and to venerate their god.
I understand where you're coming from. One time, my mother made a cloth baby for a lady and made her think it was real because she lost her baby. But it took away all her anguish.
That honestly sounds like it kind of helped the lady then.
The people in the village didn't like it, though.
It does sound a little creepy.
And she did take like 20 years from her, I think.
Oh, that's a high cost.
But that's what she wanted. She wanted to touch her baby again, and my mother let it happen.
Is that their standard contract for grievances in the Feywild? Is years off your life?
Well, not always. Sometimes it's just a pinky toe or whatever anyone's feeling, but my mother normally has purpose. And unlike my father, my mother's not an elf. So, he has to get life some way.
Your mother's not an elf?
No. He's human.
Goddamn, out of context, I thought your mother was a Raven Queen.
Oh, you thought she was the Raven Queen? No, but she is a historical figure in D&D.
Okay,
And
okay.
it's the last known location of where she's at.
So your mother doesn't reside in the Palace of Memories.
No.
Okay, cool. Above game. Vic has no idea what I'm talking about.
You can roll a history check here. As you can see, some of the ruins of these buildings, they have some correlation to a house. I'd say only Vic, since he's a drow. Ooh, that's bad.
Roll the
I'll
one.
give you advantage because it's drow-related, but it
Oh, you
doesn't
should.
do any better than...
I was
Thank you.
say, it's your whole life. You should have advantage.
There we go. Extremes.
Alright, I'm sending it to you in Whisper and Discord. So you see the outpost now, it sits in darkness. It's eerily quiet as the fluttering wings are gone now. Obviously, the creatures that once here, as you can see, this looks like it had a main hall, barracks, a watchtower, a shrine to Loth, a war room, a noble's quarters. As it seems, the air here is stale but cool. You can constantly hear the dripping of water occasionally skittering. And the silence.
Jorel had mentioned there was treasure here.
Hey, you already got it.
Yeah, I feel confident that this is Velkin Vareth, the outpost that Jorlin talked about. So I don't know if he was insane and trying to lead us into a trap, or if there truly is treasure here, but we should check.
What do you mean we already got the treasure here?
No,
Yeah.
we don't have the treasure here.
Yeah,
He
you
said we already got it.
got the chest that stabbed
Oh,
Aziz. Yeah, that's the treasure.
That's the
Oh, that's the
treasure.
only thing here.
Is the chest small enough for me to pick up?
No, it's too big. It's like it's awkward to carry and stuff. I thought, oh, no one
Sure.
took the ruins? Oh, they left them here? Okay.
So I will take the thingies inside the chest.
Alright. As you feel like the demonic signatures kind of almost spark as you touch them.
I'd kind of followed you.
And there were 3 of them?
Yeah, so basically, you remember, they're carved as zircwood and bone, inlaid with semi-precious stones. They're worth 50 gold pieces. As that's the thing he found, the monument or the statue of Loth, the shrine in that room, if you recall. I think Vic has it. It's worth 50 gold pieces. It's like a little monument to her. Besides that, you guys had remember rolled investigation. I think Isa did, realizing it was kind of demonic in nature. The ruins, and they were basically. I think there is. It's just one demonic stone. There's not multiple, just one.
Alright, I will pick up the stone and shove it in my pocket.
You know, I probably should have detected magic on that for you before we picked it up.
Nothing bad happened.
Fair enough, but let's just say next time we have a chant, I'd like to check those things, because I think, isn't that a ritual? No, but I could switch it out.
I mean, when you find a demonic stone inside a temple to Loth, be careful.
It's gonna be
It could
magic.
be a Yaklal.
You guys could look in the other rooms to see if there's anything worthwhile. As you can tell, whatever happened here, or likely it was a raid, or they ran, or they fled. This place has been abandoned for a decade.
Is there anything worth looking for in the other buildings, or?
Yeah, so this is the storage. This is the obviously kind of sleeping arrangement. This is the office, and this is the church, or kind of like place for rituals and or correlated to Loth herself. The nobles' quarters over there, war room, shrine of Loth, the main hall entrance which you guys left, and then there's the outer post watch, which is not on here sadly, but. If you want, you can go into a room and roll an investigation.
Looks like Ophelia and I kind of come over here.
Vic will follow.
Alright.
Can't you do that detect magic thing, Isa?
Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you want to take 10 minutes, I can.
Above game, how long does it last?
A minute, 60 seconds.
Oh, damn.
But
So it's not
free.
like I can really run between all of it.
Yeah, it's free though. Yeah. I think. I don't know.
Above
Yeah.
game, I did not take it as a spell because I knew I could take it as a ritual.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Let me
Doug's
just
gonna look
double
around the
check.
storage room.
It lasts 10 minutes actually. My apologies. So it lasts a while.
Oh, dope. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would say, give 10 minutes, get 10 minutes back,
Alright.
and we definitely check if
you
anything's
have
magical.
found the loot in this room. You can roll a. Actually, you were higher than Naziz, assuming.
Did Naziz or Naziz? Why don't you go ahead and roll?
I just think the dust is pretty.
All right, roll me a d10, Doug. Ooh. All right.
Ooh.
You see a set of alchemist's glassware. It's very fragile, but it's functional still. It's worth 40 gold pieces. Or you can use them in a set for alchemy.
Or
Shouldn't we
probably already
wait
got a
for
set, but
our wonderful friend?
Yeah, I think.
Oric would love that.
yeah, we'll grab him. We can give it to him.
Take extra time, use a blanket.
Alright, Isa, are you forfeiting your investigation roll, or are you going to detect magic instead?
Yeah, I'm totally gonna detect magic. I rolled that before I realized.
Alright, Vic will give that one to you. You can roll me a d10. Alright, you find some ornate lockpicks. They seem to be useless for use, but rather beautiful and decorative. They're worth some money.
Yeah, again, I think Orc might like these. Well, I only hold on to him for him. He likes different stuff like this.
Alright. Naziz and Doug, if you guys are going to look in that room, you can roll another investigation. Ooh, Naziz. You can roll a d10, Aziz. Damn, you guys are rolling really well. Alright, you find a gold threaded scarf. Dusty but elegant. It's worth some money.
Fancy.
I will take it out and wrap it around my neck and ask Doug how I look.
Quite ravishing.
I like to think so.
Has a light embossment of like cherry blossoms.
After you, Doug.
There's the Shrine of Loth. It's in disarray, but you can go in and check in if you'd like.
I see absolutely nothing.
0. Yeah, you guys find nothing.
Uh,
Yeah, this room's really dark. Let's get out of here.
Alright, Isa, your detect magic goes off. There's nothing magical in this area.
I slowly walk around into all the little areas.
It's a big radius. It's like 30 feet.
Ooh, I'll put that on.
Just follow Isa to the next room. We got our own little treasure detector, don't we?
Is this the shrine
Yeah,
to
it's
Loth
it's
down here?
it's in disarray. Like the shrine is like in horrible conditions.
I recognize it and go in.
Oh yeah, it makes you disgusted to see what has happened here. What do those insects do to this place?
So I'm in area of both the thread scarf and the lockpick. Are either of them magic?
None. They're just mundane items.
Ophelia does see Naziz with the scarf. She goes, "Where'd you get that? It looks so good." I have it.
you want it?
Yes. I'll give you a small favor for it.
I will unwrap the scarf from around my neck and tie it around her hat in a bow.
That's exactly what I was gonna do with it. Thank you. It adds a little color, don't you think? Because she's extremely pale.
It gives you a sunny disposition.
Thanks. What little favor
Thanks.
do you want?
I'll think about it and get back to you.
Okay.
Alright. Ziza, you sense no magical here. Nothing. No traces of anything. Nothing in there either. Nope.
Nowhere, anything.
It's all gone. The only
Okay.
thing magical was that piece of ruin.
Vic wouldn't have heard anything that went on behind her. Unfortunately, she sees a desecrated shrine of Loth, and she has to, by duty, rebuild it. So she's gonna
The
go
shrine's
in.
no longer there. It's just now just a building in shambles.
I would clear out any debris. I would try to make it, restore as much as I could.
Alright,
The
roll an
time I had.
investigation. In the meantime, if you want to look for stuff.
Ophelia will help
Roll me
Vic
a
as well.
d20, Vic. As you find an idol of Loth itself, but rather damaged and disrepair. It's made of stone, but as you see, its gold leaf, 1 foot tall. Its eyes are pried out, though sadly, as it once held beautiful jewels. As in its former glory, would be worth 75 gold pieces. Now, as it's in state, it's only worth gold piece for it. It's just novelty. But if you had somebody to meld it together with some gem pieces, you could probably fetch it for 75 gold pieces to the right buyer.
But without the gems, what is it?
1 gold. It's just stone.
But it is a holy symbol of my goddess, and I can't let it go to waste and abandon. So I will take it, and maybe sometime work and help me restore it. I'll take it. Or do we have any gems?
Aziz looks away.
I can't believe these foul creatures come in here and desecrate this.
We have 3 100 gold each gems. So we could get a lot more than just 75.
We have 8. We have quite a few gemstones.
Yeah, we have diamonds, other rubies.
Rubies.
treasure haul. Keeping track of that stuff, guys.
Okay. If we've got small rubies, I may look into that. My
That's right.
eyes are always red.
Yeah, if you're a jeweler, you could potentially re-utilize a statue. If you're not a jeweler, you could try it without it, but it's gonna take some work.
It's a lot more expensive to buy the gems and have them set compared to having the gems and having them set. We can find a jeweler that can possibly do it.
Yeah, she's gonna take it with the express idea that Horik can fix it for her. Whether or not he can, but she believes he can.
He's gonna just use glue. Here you go. What is this? It's everywhere. Homemade. Made of mayo. And other substance.
Right.
Alright, there's nothing here left. Would you like to take a short rest here?
Wouldn't hurt.
Yes, let's go to the northern room or a little more out of the way.
Yeah, that's where we started.
One door.
Feel a connection with this room.
I actually stay with Vic and help her restore as much as she can using mold earth.
The building is intact, it's just inside, it's in shambles.
Yeah, I'll pick up
Clean out any
any.
debris, exactly. Just make it look less cluttered and more tidy. That's all I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move any
So
earth that needs to be moved back
so
into
you're
place.
forfeiting your short rest if you're doing this, by the way.
Yep, I would.
Ooh, yep. You know what? I'll help Vic.
Alright. As for the hours, you guys get a long short rest, my apologies, as you restore whatever hit points you can, depending if you have lost hit points from your maximum hit points, you do not restore that until a long rest.
I watch over the other guys, but in the meantime, I do study my book and regain a spell.
Thank you, Ophelia. It means a lot to me that you took your time to do this with me.
It seemed important to you. And people inside of a coven, we always stick together for things that are important, remember?
I do. And you are leading by example, and I appreciate that.
Once a day, I will cast my once a day free cure wounds on myself. Cause it's only free for first.
Yep, and I'll go ahead during that time, bonus action, second wind myself.
The 1 and a 2 on my cure wounds. That's crazy.
Ouch.
I forgot that I had a +5 to my spellcast. I was like, that's crazy. If you want, I can use that little figure right there to try to remold something that looks like her with the dirt that's around here.
I'm sorry, I think the problem is that the precious jewels have been stolen from her. They probably housed some kind of precious jewels at some point, but the band.
But I
I'm
think
gonna
you
leave
look
her.
at the.
I'm not gonna leave her in a
I think
place
you
by
look at
herself.
those.
I'm taking her with me.
That's good. I think you look at those statues the way I look at my mother. It's kind of sweet though.
I had as much reverence for my own mother as I do for Loth.
Anything else you wish to do?
I think it's good.
You guys continue onwards on your adventure. You became sidetracked from a drider along your way as you begin to eventually arrive towards a rather kind of outpost a few days later. So you guys begin to make your mark and travel. Eventually, you guys settle into probably a place of establishment of respite, but you also hear noise. You could roll a perception check. As with the perception dog, you hear across from afar, beyond where you're at your own means, as Vic as well. You can hear a conversation being held, as you almost hear human voices about not too far away from here, about let's say a mile away. So it seems fit. You can't really understand what they're talking about, but you hear it echo throughout the tunnels.
And I hold my hand out to slow down. This sounds like that we have some people up ahead. Can't make out what they're saying though. So we should, if someone wants to scout, otherwise we can just approach cautiously.
Vic leans in and says, I hear something above there too. I can't make it out, just like Doug said. I'm not
Can't we send the bat?
Oh, there we go.
It does it. It's a mile out, so I can send the bat ahead of us. But I can't get all that far away. I don't think.
I mean, we can keep going. It's still far enough that I don't think they'll hear us if we're not too loud. But yeah,
But I do send the
having
bat
those
out.
eyes ahead will be nice.
So you send the bat ahead of you all. The bat can see a chasm spanning by a narrow natural bridge of stone. At the end of the bridge of the cavern, you see 4 knights, as they're kind of in devil bone armor, as they're looking like they're trying to repair some infernal vehicle they have across their equipment. But your bat's not close enough to really grasp the information.
And Morticia would not go that close either. She will come back and report what she had seen, and I let everybody else know. It looks like some maybe stone Not golems, but people up ahead.
Did the bat like notice what race they were?
It's too far
No.
away. It would have to get closer.
The description maybe sounds almost like demons. Possibly. You should definitely approach with caution.
If they're demons, we should look at taking them down. We can't leave them unfettered access to the Underdark. We need to kill demons.
I'm preaching to the choir, buddy, but not all of us are at top condition after those bloodsuckers. We'll have to address the situation. I say we continue on.
I'll send the bat still up ahead, and every minute or two it comes back and tells me what's going on. Or it kind of circles and
So it sees
report.
this. This is what they're working on. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. But
I see nothing.
it looks like some kind of like steampunk hellish bike. Not from this world, that's for sure. As it's a reference to our other players that play Descent into Inverness.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her in the background here.
So it needs a soul coin.
Looks like they're trying to fix it at the moment, as you see 4 knights there, but that's all I can say. They're wearing bone armor. Do you guys walk towards this area, or do you guys stay put where you are at and don't bother?
I say we take a moment and regroup. Hey guys, I tell you what I know. My bat Morticia said that there's like 4 guys working on this like hell bike. It looks demonic, looks evil. It just hurts almost looking at it.
I would love a hell bike. Why don't, if we can get the jump on them, why don't we take it for ourselves? That sounds fun.
4 demons. There's
Doesn't
5 of us.
belong here. The bike is an abomination. It needs to be destroyed, not used. Sent back to the hells from which it came.
I don't know
You'll
if
have
you've
no-
noticed, but Doug and I are kind of nearly dead. So are you, Ophelia?
Ophelia, she looks a little paler than normal, like 11 hit points paler than normal, but not too bad. If you got, well, I guess if it's not supposed to be on your plane, like my mother said, we should get rid of it. So Vic is right. We should get rid of the bike. And she kicks a stone.
But I'm also
And you see a crow calls in the background.
sympathetic to the cause, and that everybody's not ready, and that we need to heal before we take these guys on. But we can't. This is not normal.
Out of context, I can't promise you that they'll be here on the day of the morning.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, my mother said covens always vote. So I vote that we get the jump on them and we destroy their demonic bike.
I'm willing to do that. Also, like, Izza's perfect, doesn't have a scratch on her, and willing
Yeah, she just
to
wants-
blow them up.
Yeah, Doug and Aziz stay in the back.
But there are tanks.
If we can get the jump on them, I could probably cast a slow.
Fireball.
Or
I can
Fireball.
fireball them. Please let me
And
fireball them.
I have a few. I have at least 2 more mirror images in me.
I suggest we ignore them and go around them.
That's 1 vote against.
I'm not gonna lie, Vic wants to kill the demons.
Sounds like
2 votes.
3 against. Yeah, Doug's
No,
second.
Doug, your vote. I'm more of a swing vote. I'll go either way the group is kind of going. That if you really don't want to, I would not put you and Naziz in that situation.
Your bat also couldn't really ascertain exactly who they are, anyways. But yeah, without getting caught.
Hopefully,
I mean, above game, me personally, I wouldn't want Doug to die, but I know Doug would want to kill the demons if they are demons. So he's in.
Yes, 1 convert. Thank you.
yeah, Ophelia doesn't get the concept of death as much as everyone else does. I will say that though.
Is I'd like to fireball for everybody.
All right.
Get
All
them
right,
to
I think
put
that
up
we
on-
should
You guys are trying to stealth in or no?
sneak up.
That's what we're debating.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be best if we could get that drop on them, especially if we know what they are once we get closer.
Yeah, if this is the case, Ophelia would like to take a moment to start bardic inspiration to everybody up as she does a little concert. I don't know what song she was singing. She sings some kind of song, but she gives out bardic inspiration to Vic once again, Doug, Naziz, because I think it's been an hour, correct, DM?
That's yeah.
Yeah, Vic, Doug, and Naziz. She gives out bardic inspiration to before we head in.
And I would like to bless. And I would like to cast that on Naziz, Doug, and Ophelia.
Oh yeah. And now, I think it should be anyone who has like AOE. We should probably stealth in and then lead them out, so you guys can ambush them. This is like a whole plan.
I will straight up tell you that I make a lot of noise. I've got disadvantage because I wear heavy armor, so I should be at
That's
the
what I
back
was
of the
saying.
group. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like probably like maybe me and Isa should probably stealth in. I don't know what your stealth at, Isa.
Mine's +5 for Doug.
+2. Not
Ooh,
negative.
I have a +8. So let me stealth in first, and I'll try to. I guess, because you have to do the fireball. I guess me and Isa and
I can do a breath attack.
Doug. What's your max HP at? I don't want you going in the front.
My fireball is 150 range too, so
My max HP right now is 36.
All right. All right. I will try to stealth in.
Alright, roll me a stealth check.
I'm gonna be 15, 20 feet behind.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put Ophelia first before everybody else.
Remember, we have telepathic links, so we don't have to talk.
Yeah.
out loud.
So she's trying to communicate to Iza. She's about to link to Iza to try to give her coordinates on where to throw her fireball the best.
Okay, as you get closer, you can see this big ass bike they're working on. And as you can see, you can roll a perception check. See if you can see anything of interest. It's hard to tell, but they're wearing bone armor right now. They got swords and shields. Vic, you're not close enough, depending if you're exactly next to Ophelia.
I am not exactly next to
No, I'm asking
Ophelia.
Vic.
He's asking Vic. Yeah, Vic, you can throw this. You can throw the stealth
Okay,
check.
sorry. No problem.
I'm already in position. I'm already stealth
I
up
need a
again.
stealth check.
Nope, I wouldn't have gone.
Okay.
Vic is not stealthy, so I apologize.
You do hear a kind of conversation, but it's barely hearable, but you can hear them talking in common. As you can
Vic,
hear
Vic, give me
grunting and
guidance.
aggravation.
Doug
Yeah.
quietly asks Vic for guidance so he can stealth him.
I had stealth right behind you.
Alright, he's
Jesus Christ.
as you
And
are in
Vic
the mix
stepped
now.
away but would have done guidance.
You can roll a perception Iza now if you want as you come into the mix. You notice they are human. You can't really tell any sigils on them, but they are wearing kind of devil bone armor currently as they're working on what looks like a hellish vehicle itself. But it has some new additions to it. It has a drill in the front of it, as it does have kind of winged celestial wings on the back of it. So it looks like it's modified.
So who all has the telepathic link?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone? Okay.
As Doug, are you stealthing forward now?
Yeah, I rolled a 12 total.
Alright. You
You
start
do have my
making-
bardic.
You start to make noises. Do you want to interact Iza with anything, or do you want Doug to fail? Or do you want to use Bardic, Doug?
I'll use the bardic.
D8.
17.
Okay, you're ahead. So you can roll a perception check if you like. As what did you get, Vic, on your stealth roll?
Vic wouldn't have gone. I apologize. I didn't mean to. She's horrible at stealth.
All
She's
right.
got a negative.
All right. And what about Naziz? Are you coming in or no? Or you
I'll
refuse?
come in, I guess.
Oh, on this map, is this like a
It's
bridge?
It's a bridge. Yeah. It's natural. It's a natural bridge made of stone.
Okie dokie. So I will ready a fireball and kind of fireball, and totally want to get it centered here. I don't care if I hit the bike.
Are you sure they're human? I thought these were demons.
I thought these guys were bad guys wearing demonic armor.
They are wearing armor of devils, but they look like made of bone across their armor. But they are currently working on the bike as they're moving and shifting.
Do we want a surprise attack, or are we sure they're evil?
Exactly.
Don't look like any devils I've seen before.
I don't want to just kill a whole bunch of people because they have a cool bike. I mean, unless you guys want to kill a bunch of people in case they have a cool bike. She looks at you guys sideways.
That's not my normal.
Okay, I nominate one of you go talk to them, and I will ready a fireball if they get aggressive.
Okay. Fair enough. Ophelia takes that chance to immediately.
What? You
Since
gonna
she got a
negotiate with them?
28. Yep. Since she got like a 28, she's gonna immediately teleport. Like she's gonna go right here and teleport within their midst. Be like, hey!
As
As
they
you become
brother
a ghost.
blaze out, oops, a demon! roll initiative as they are surprised. They don't know. You have to roleplay this out or somehow talk your way out of it or throw the fireball.
I
Yeah, it's
totally
up to
threw the
you.
fireball as soon as they drew their blades,
Okay.
and it's angled to miss Ophelia as best I can. I can't sculpt it yet.
Okay.
She doesn't know.
If you like throw it on like the back end, I guess I don't know what the range is.
Oh crap! Thank God you threw a
As
fireball
you
because I did not
see,
want to be fucking
Ophelia, 4
slaughtered.
paladins.
You see Ophelia immediately screams out in her psychic link. These guys have a god, they're not evil!
As the fireballs launch, fire it away.
Okay, no damage. Dang it.
No, roll the fireball. You said. It's too
I
late.
did.
Yeah, you
Fireball
rolled a 40.
damage, 40 damage.
Where did you chuck it at? I don't see it on the screen. Did I ever give
I'm-
you a fireball? I don't think I did.
I don't know that you
Oh,
did,
it
but
did.
I angled it as far behind them as I could to just get the
Is it
dudes.
does no
I don't care
damage
about
to
the bite.
the thing. It's immune to fire, as you remember from the old
For the
campaigns.
dudes, then.
As it hits all the dudes, yeah, they all take the damage as they're nearly dead.
I don't appear to be on the map.
Sorry, I forgot to put you in the. You're in the different layer. There we go.
Perfect, thank you.
Hell Riders, assemble! Take these demons out! Alright, easy. Did you hear that out loud?
Hell Riders? Oh, hell no. And I go ahead and Ray of Frost, the one right in front of Ophelia.
Can you see
The
that far?
one part of
Oh,
D&D
you
I
can.
don't know.
Nice. 100 feet. What's your
What
range
the
on
Hell
it?
Rider?
Oh, it's 60 feet, sorry.
Hell Riders are from a different world. They're from Descent into Infernus, a different campaign. They are loyal to Azariel. They're basically celestial fighters. They're human, but they believe in a god.
Okay, my fire bolt is actually what actually reaches them.
Okay.
And
Means
doing the one
Zariel
in
the
front of
fallen
Ophelia.
angel?
And they're not angels or humans, but they follow an angel. They follow a god.
Yeah, Zariel.
Yeah,
The fallen
Zariel.
angel.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
he dies. Brothers.
I'm first, I can't click.
Doug.
Ready. I am going to, I guess, use my bow of conflagration. Something to
Damn.
range for it.
Finally, we get to see it in action.
Range attacks still. Do they still get the rage bonus or no? Or is that only melee?
Yes, from what it's up to the DM, but our last campaign, let me do it on my javelin.
It's a melee weapon. That's a range weapon. It's different.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
Yeah, I'll rage anyway. And I'll make 2 attacks with the bow. Let's see on this guy.
Plus, this rage would only apply to literally only strength-based weapons. Depending if you played a certain barbarian. I think a Hercules barbarian can use bows.
Yeah, you're right. You're correct. Sorry about that.
11. That's not gonna hit.
Nope.
Second one. 18.
Yep, that's a hit. Which one you gonna hit?
This one just north of. So it didn't roll the. So it's So it did 1 fire damage for whatever reason. It didn't roll the. Oh no, it did. Okay, never mind. So yeah,
As he gets you
4
on
total.
fire. Ah!
Jesus, that's great.
Oh, and they take 1d6 each turn. Sick.
You are devil spawns! You deserve to die! For the name of Zerial! As he will grab his greatsword and slash at you twice. 9's a miss and 18 to hit on Ophelia.
18 hits.
As he's gonna put a smite, a 3rd level smite onto it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nineteen radiant and 9 slashing.
I take half of all that because I'm in my ghostly form because I teleported up to them. So 15 damage.
Okay. I will come up behind Doug, and I'm going to shoot twice at the one that just attacked Ophelia.
Misses.
Miss?
Miss.
What the hell? Well,
Just one of those days.
my god.
I'm on fire, brother. We must take this one out. For Zerial, and for the legions that we must cleanse this hell of the abyss from the demonic intentions. As he's trying.
What?
He takes 1 fire damage.
Natural 20 and 15.
Natural 20 hit.
Alright.
I still taking the half damage.
Dropping a smite
That is-
level.
Yikes.
I am.
As you take a total of
I have one-
damage, 20
It's all
slashing,
halved.
20 slashing and 35 radiant.
Yep, I am down. Doesn't go over my max HP, so I'm not like dead, but I'm down.
Alright. Vic.
Only because
It's funny because these guys know what the fucking Hell Riders are, but they're trying to keep in character. Like, fuck, we're fucking the wrong people. We're already dead damage, though.
You're gonna do at this point.
Yeah, I might
Stop.
choose the game both for that campaign, actually.
Well, we already killed some of them. They're not gonna.
Maru
Let
and
us
Dux
go.
is still dear to my heart from that.
Ajax, Ajax. That was my kobold.
And that weird guy who licks people.
Yep. Luckily he got.
Took our tongues. It was weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy right here, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on.
Which one? Okay. As he takes half damage, as he's resisted to radiant damage, thanks to Zerial herself.
Wait a second, can that be either or? I mean, it would be necrotic if it could.
No,
if it's
you
always...
said radiant. It did radiant, so. Can't
No,
really-
it is radiant. No, it's not an either or.
No, yeah, Guiding Bolt's only radiant. It can't be necrotic.
Yep, no problem. Okay, 12 points of damage. Boom.
The only thing it can
And I'm
turn into
gonna-
necrotic, I think it's a death domain cleric, as well as I forget the other one. There's another one that can change
All the
it.
dead can be either one.
Yeah, well, there's a certain subclass that can change it into necrotic. All right,
Okay,
is it up
I
to
run.
one?
That's my turn.
As this paladin, death to the demons! As he attacks you twice. 24 and 21 for 2 death saves.
Ophelia, they're killing.
Yeah, I take both.
Okay, they're killing her, yeah, because you killed theirs. You fireballed them. Alright, Ophelia, death save whisper, please.
Hold on.
Oh, you didn't say whisper, but it's okay. Next time.
Oh, sorry. So sorry. Is that? Oh,
Yeah. All right, Iza.
Wait, are you guys fighting the demons also?
You're a
Yeah,
death
he's
heathen.
We are not. We're trying to kill the demons also. We didn't. No, you were in demon
It's
armor,
too
I
late.
thought.
You killed one of my brethren. Now a life for a life.
Okay, and then I firebolt the guy
Okay.
south of Ophelia.
All right. That's a hit. As he dies. Ugh. I'm sorry, brother. I will see you in the afterlife.
I tried, guys. Help Ophelia.
All right, Doug.
Doug
Isn't that easy?
is,
It's like I told you. Why did we come this way?
Doug is going to. Let's see. He's going to action dash to kind of get up in their face. Hopefully pull some ire off of them.
I'm dead. You can step over my body.
No, I can't. Yeah. And I think if I have anything bonus action wise.
Do the northern one.
I don't. Yeah, without my action, I don't have anything. Oh, my turn then.
Alright, you stand on the ground protecting her. Alright, Aziz.
Alright, I'm going to fire at the one that's on fire.
Okay. 23's a hit.
And the last dude.
That's a miss.
Alright.
See Vic.
Alright, I will pull the dead on the last guy.
Go, wisdom. 15.
Save.
You're protecting your friend. You deserve to die, you heathen dog. And he will attack Doug twice. 18 and 26.
Oh, they both hit.
As he'll upcast another smite. 3rd level. You take 23 points of slashing and 19 radiant. Obviously you're raging, so the slashing's half, but the radiant's full.
And that's for both of them?
It's the total damage, yeah. 23
Okay.
slashing and 19 radiant. Alright, feel a death save. Whisper this time.
Figure it out. Oh, guys.
Iza.
I truly have nothing I can do to help. That I can only kill the dude in front of me.
Okay.
Firebolt is my best.
That's a hit.
I hope 26 would. For
That's it.
10 damage.
Still alive, but barely.
Alright. Yeah, Doug's just gonna take a swing on this guy.
28. As you cleave
17.
him, as his last words, I hope your families remember this. You killed a celestial order, you monsters. In combat.
not our best work, but
Cast
Doug's
healing
gonna.
word on Ophelia.
Alright, Ophelia, you are saved by merely an edge of your life.
Let me just roll the dice to see if I would have died.
You would have died. If you...
You saved my life, Vic. I would have
You
legit
feel
died.
this eerie sensation of spiders crawling up your back, but you awaken.
You see, she's like breathing real hard, and she's like, "That was the weirdest nap ever."
She wakes up with dead corpses everywhere.
Hey, we won!
You guys, every time. Why don't you even talk?
Yeah,
I
on a
took a
side
voting
note, though,
disease. Don't be mad at me. My head hurts.
As each
I
of
mean,
them hold a pendant of Zerial across their neck.
no one told you to, appear right next to them. I would be shocked and defensive myself if that were to happen.
That's why I appeared as a ghost so they wouldn't attack me. I thought they would know that hitting the ghost does almost nothing, but they hit
And,
hard!
and most people are scared of ghosts.
Oh, you guys are scared of ghosts?
Yeah, most people.
Why wouldn't somebody tell me that there's ghosts everywhere in the Feywild? I'm not scared of them.
Yeah, I thought it was common knowledge.
No!
Yeah, it's not common
Why would
here.
someone be scared of a ghost? It used to be immortal.
Because they're like spectral, remnants of souls that normally do nefarious things.
Yes, they always do nefarious things inside of the Feywild.
Exactly. So even in the Feywild, you think you'd be wary
They
of
don't
them. So,
kill. They know the rules.
yeah, well, not here.
Oh. So the spirits out here can just do whatever they want. They don't have like
Yeah.
rules because they're
I mean,
only
not all of
spirits.
them are bad, but a good amount of them are bad.
Mm. Well, if a spirit comes and talks to you in the Feywild, just listen to it, don't attack it. That's bad juju. Then they can do whatever the fuck they want.
All right. Well, in an equal measure, don't pretend to be a ghost around people who, may or may not be afraid of ghosts.
Noted.
Just assume they're afraid of ghosts.
We will
I
take a
will
quick
assume.
5-minute break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Man,
Sounds
that was
good.
really close.
Might
Yeah,
make right out here. The fact that you survived means that you have what it takes.
yeah, these guys were rude. I think we should have killed them anyways.
But now I got this vehicle. I've heard of these things, or heard rumors of them. That was the Monday campaign we played in. I played a trickster cleric, a kobold trickster cleric.
I played a dragonborn copper paladin that was a bodybuilder as a performer.
Oh,
That
that was your guys' something you did alongside our first campaign, right?
Yeah, we kind of did. We joined the Monday campaign after a couple of people dropped out.
we haven't for a while now, but it was fun.
I remember you guys talking about some of those characters.
Yeah, Maru Andux, breath weapon with being a dragonborn. She was huge and strong and a little slippery because she always had oil all over her because she was a bodybuilder. She would flex.
As a trickster cleric, I could invoke duplicity and cast spirit guardians and wipe out big swaths of people. It was pretty fun.
Leroy, your character sounds hilarious.
Oh, she was awesome.
That was Ajax, or AJAX, but the first character, the kobold, was pronounced like the Dutch soccer team, so it was Ajax. But he's the one that grabbed the sword for Zerial and handed it to her. So he's the one that ascended with her, and then it became Ajax, the champion.
You were reborn as a new character at the end.
Yep, exactly. He's no longer the kobold he was.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that campaign, it'll be 3 years actually since August when we finished it. It's a long time ago. Something like that. I think 3 years or 2.5. I don't remember exactly, but it's been a long time. I was one of my because the original group left because they were making their own campaign or whatever. It fell through eventually, but we did have a bunch of new people that still to this day stuck around.
That's
But
awesome.
my group is obviously starting it, and they're excited because they got to play a little bit, but they never got to finish it. All the groups that they were in it fell apart back in the day, and I want to run it differently, so I'm obviously spicing it up. We have like a whole new music for it, so the hells are different. So there's like two different kind of themes, as well as the maps, and we're playing with some new systems. Plus, we are changing the fumble table. So in hell, the fumble table's different. Actually, it's like horrible. And then yeah, I'm adding some new magical items as well into it. I'm trying to like make it different, but because when I first ran that one, it was my first time doing it. Well, it was my second time doing that campaign. I did the first one back in 2019, and I was like learning how to be a DM back then. But yeah, because it was a different. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. I think in the end, I think we had one person die, but they weren't dead. They were stuck in their ring.
What campaign are you talking about?
Oh, Descent into Inverness. It was a long campaign. That one took us like a year and like 2 months to finish.
Yeah, we jumped in after you finished the first part, and we just did the hell part. We didn't
Yeah, the
do
hell
the
part's the
above
most fun
ground.
part. The
It
Baldur's
was.
Gate
It
is
was
boring
great.
as shit. It's just like, ooh, look at the people suffering. Oh, we gotta help them. Oh, we got some quests. It's just a bunch of chain quests. Which, you know, it could be cool because it's like you're traveling across Baldur's Gate and you're learning what happened, but the hell part is like crazy fun.
But we had these vehicles that we could all travel on very fast, but they required a soul coin, and that was from someone dying and you making a coin from their soul.
So yeah, it's basically they're manufactured in like their hell like factories or whatever. They're tortured souls that are imbued into them, and basically, you can use them to expand their soul, and it can be used for temporary hit points. It can be used for damage. It can be used for, or you can free the soul and free its life force out to the afterlife. But no, most people didn't really do that because soul coins are worth a lot. One soul coin's worth 1,000 gold pieces, and they're used to power these vehicles. And you could use one soul coin, and it would power the vehicle for 24 hours. But you would hear the soul coin grinding in the machine and hearing the person weeping or crying or screaming because you're killing them basically, essentially. And it's pretty Mad Max style, but yeah. And there were like a lot of Mad Max kind of battles. There was like turfs and wars of other Hell Rider machines fighting each other, and basically they had to fight on like the turfs of those people and claim their vehicles, or and you could upgrade your vehicles and make them stronger. But yeah, it was essential to have a machine because getting around hell was hard.
You're selling them on it. We're not even ready for the next campaign, but
I
it was
know.
amazing.
That's the concept of it. It's basically Mad Max in hell.
It was
It's
wild.
because I think because they do have a Mad Max thematic campaign called Dark Sun, which D&D will never do, sadly, because it has a lot of controversy about slavery and shit. They won't do it because it would be bad. But I think they did Dark Sun in 4th edition. I read,
They
but
did.
it's not. The people wouldn't understand it if you ran it in this day and age because people don't understand the sexism, the racism. It's really like it's a completely different world.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, I
literally
played
Mad
a
Max.
second edition one.
Yeah. Like I don't think they're ever gonna do it. I would love to
extol
run.
power from the earth.
Yeah,
Anytime you cast a
there's
spell,
no gods in that world. Gods don't exist. The gods have fled and left them. And if you
Yeah.
you know you could have like somebody who worshipped it, but you'd be called insane. But yeah, no, it's I don't. Dark Sun's cool, but I don't like. I would only run it if it was like if they had like resources for the newer stuff. I don't want to grab old stuff and then rebuild to the newer stuff. I know people have done that before, but I just don't feel like I want to put all that work for a campaign setting that some people might not like because it's very vulgar.
It's got issues. It wasn't worth.
That's fair.
The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. You know.
No, it's not. There is a lot of bad in that campaign. A lot is terrible.
I mean, I played a second edition campaign. I know, what goes down, the God Kings and the desecration of the land and all that stuff and the slavery. It was
yeah,
crazy.
it's bad. Like people, they live in poverty. It's bad. There's like nothing you can really do. The world doesn't change. Even if you kill the kings, the world doesn't change. You can't like change their whole way of life. It's just how it is there. Like you just have to. It's almost being like in Tatooine, like basically that feeling of Star Wars. Is you're in a desert land, and it's hard to thrive and live in there. And that's the entire struggle of the campaign from start to finish. There's no good points. The good points is you survived.
Wild magic destroyed all the greenery. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like Dune. It has that vibe. I don't think I'd play it. I think it's cool concept, but like I think there's a lot of cooler ones out there for sure. It's just it's a harsh world. I think you would have to get the right audience to enjoy that kind of world and realize that it's just like it's like playing like Curse of Strahd. Nothing good comes out of it, basically. But yeah. Anyways, is everybody here?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm here.
What do you guys want to do?
You look terrible. Are you okay?
Yeah, I've been better. This is a pretty cool machine that they have here, though.
I'll cast my last third level. No, you know what? I'll cast 2 first levels of myself of Cure Wounds. Oh yeah, max HP, exactly.
I'll go ahead and heal Doug. I know he can't get to max, but I'll heal what he's got.
So Izzy's kind of just walking around this vehicle.
So
what does she
you
see?
see a tank, basically. It's as on the back of it. It's called the Celestial Tunneler. As it looks like it was rebuilt and repurposed from an infernal vehicle. So it has a large drill in the front, but you can see there is leakage on the bottom of it, and it looks like it's in ill repair and needs to be fixed. As you can go inside the vehicle if you want. You can roll investigation to see what the hell, what they were doing, ideally.
God damn it, we
What's
need
up?
Hort.
24, you can look in as they did write kind of like, not a note, but like it looks like a diagram on what they're missing on parts. As it looks like there's a map on the back of it reading forth from here beyond. There are some parts that they can obtain, as it looks like it says a name on it, as you will see this name, as well as it says something about automatons, Coreless, and that's all it says. It says in big, bold letters, destroy. The vehicle's useless without the parts. It can't move.
Any loot, rations, gear?
Yeah, they got some rations. They have 3 rations each, so they have a total of 12. Or yeah, and then they have gear.
Please
Their
tell me they
gear
have plate
is
now.
basically their armor and their weapons. They do
Yeah,
have
please tell me they
basically
have plate.
their monument sigils across their necks. They're worth 10 gold pieces each. If you want to steal Zerial's symbol, you can fetch them for a price. They do have 4 of them on them. They don't have any healing potions or anything like that. They look like they were on like loose ends. You can see inside the vehicle. There's like which you don't really know what it is, but it looks like a metal uh, contraption the size of your hand, as it looks like a metal puck. You can see it glowing, as you can see out of context, as a soul coin is left on the driver's seat.
So they was gonna use one of these. Oh, y'all really love y'all coins. Do the hells love y'all coins too?
Might be able to use that coin in this vehicle and make it to the grove even quicker. To the
You
mighty.
can tell that there is no input for this coin, so this thing has been remade and repurposed. It does not have It doesn't use soul coins. It's unique.
Might use divine energy. We need those parts. And we fucked up.
Yeah, I bet you'll never get these guys back. Come on. Go
Serial.
on, what we were doing.
Are we gonna take their little crosses and whatnot? Who's this Ariel? Does anyone know?
You can roll a history check if you like, for anybody who does not know who Zerial is, or religion. You have no idea.
You
Ophelia
don't
would
give your
not know.
religion as a cleric anymore. It's crazy.
To be honest, I always thought the religion thing was dumb. Like, religion should be wisdom.
Alright, Vic. You've heard Zerial before. It's part of the Pantheon. She isn't
Is this Zerial?
as ancient and old like Loth is, but she is considered a god.
Is she a good person? Did we do something bad, Vic?
No, she was originally an angel from the 7 heavens before transforming into the archdevil and falling into the 9 hells.
Oh.
But we took out her demonic forces, so this was a win.
Oh, then yes, definitely take the necklaces. They are shiny.
You-
Probably worth some money.
Is she one of the 9 demon? I mean, does she own a level of hell?
Avernus.
Oh, then my mother probably knows her.
She's not the original. She ascended to it. Came from the bottomless hunger of the abyss.
Damn.
How much was that necklace worth?
Each pendant is worth 10 gold pieces each. There's
Yeah.
4 of them.
And did they all have great swords?
Yeah, they're regular great swords.
Okay. Who had
As
to
the
kill
light
him?
is from what the light they had imbued into it's now faded since they're dead.
Yeah, well, my mother probably knows all the demon lords and princes because she wrote some book called the Demon Demonic Demonomicon is what she called it.
Let's see.
Memoir.
Yeah, it's a big old black and red book. She's really proud of it.
All right. So I'm rolling something. So that's too many. Let me change that up. Okay. So out of the age groups, there's a 23-year-old. I'm not gonna put 11 because there's no such thing. 18, he's young. 40-year-old and 33. Those are the ages of those deaths. So there's a young guy in there that died.
After hearing they served a demon, Doug doesn't really care.
Ophelia honestly doesn't know any better. Can I have that coin though? My mother seems to like those.
Do you want to
Sure.
take it out of the seat? Who grabbed it?
Ophelia
one
will grab
has.
it.
No one has. Okay.
Ophelia will grab it if no one grabs it. Her mother
Alright.
loves those.
What's your alignment?
It's chaotic good.
All right. As you pick it up, it feels heavy as it weighs more than normal. It weighs 50 pounds as you pick it up. It's hefty. As you feel like it's the weight is like on your shoulders, you lift it up. As you feel evil intent coming from it.
This tastes like bad. It feels like bad dreams. Mother has so many of these. Why would anyone carry these around?
Is it
So
really that heavy?
you hear souls inside of it as you hear screaming in agony.
You hear she drops it.
Ting ting ding 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 as it rolls out of the vehicle and slams into one of the dead corpses.
Doug will try picking it up.
What's your alignment, Doug?
Neutral good, probably.
As you begin to feel it's heavy, as you feel the evil and hatred on this coin itself, as you hear people begging for mercy to free
And Doug's just gonna
itself,
drop it.
as it drops it, it rolls off the side of the cliff.
Ugh.
Oh man, I was gonna try to grab it.
Oh.
If you want to try it, you can try it in sleight of hand. DC
Okay.
10. You grab it before it slides off. What's your alignment, Vic?
Lawful evil.
All right. And you grab it as it weighs like nothing. As you
Huh.
love to hear the screams.
This is what you guys are afraid of? This little disc of nothing?
It weighed heavy to me and made me feel gross and evil and like I hear screaming souls and whatnot. Ugh.
You see Ophelia gets right up into your face and is like looking around. That's why she likes you. And she looks a little scary, Vic.
Who likes what? What are you talking about?
And you see for the first time she uses her wings to just fly over to Isa.
Well, that's
Doug kind of glances between the two of you. What is that about?
She opens up a pouch on her hip and puts it in there. I'll put it away if you guys are all freaked out about it. I mean, the thing's got value.
Yeah, I'll just give you the confidence what it does, but you can learn it as you basically tamper with it.
You guys want to take a break here? It seemed like it was pretty safe. Those paladins were here.
I mean, someone did come along and kill them, so.
Yeah, but that someone was us.
And
But
we
with
speak
that
of
tiny
that.
hut that's invisible,
Yeah, but the bike is not invisible.
we do it away from the bike. It will draw our attention if someone comes our way, and then we can jump them.
I can't make it look like it goes into the stone cliff over here, and we can just keep an eye on the bike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, everybody might not be as stupid as we are and attack this thing. You know, it might form a sense of dread. We could camp behind it and use it as a buffer. Or whatever. I don't care. You do you.
Ophelia will cast she'll start ritual casting Liam is Tiny Hut.
So you're gonna camp here?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should try to get our HP back before we go looking for these parts. Unless you guys want to keep going.
You guys can keep going if you want. It's up to you. It would take you time to learn how to drive this vehicle. It took my Descent into Avernus campaign several sessions to learn how to drive the vehicle.
We have people teaching us too. You know, people that knew how to drive them.
Yeah, this is foreign to you, so this is like...
Doug is pretty beat up. He'll wanna.
Yeah, we can tackle it in the morning.
Plus,
man.
you also have to know how to fix it, and that can take a lot of downtime too. So
Yeah,
out of context, if you didn't kill the Hell Riders, they would have, if you helped them upon their quest, they take you halfway of the journey to where you need to go.
Of course.
And
We came in open-handed.
In this world, Zeril is not evil, actually. She is free from the bounds of evil.
Okay, Esteban would have been proud of that fireball.
Right. Man, we have two things for him.
You
Like,
guys
she's
listen to Vic
evil,
when
but
you're
she's
probably-
not like evil. Like, they're obviously trying to save her, but and she's always been a good, lawful character. But obviously, in Descent into Avernus, she's sadly corrupted.
Yeah,
But
she
anyways.
started out as an angel.
Yeah, she's still a god. But yeah, anyways. She's not. She's just a lesser god. She's not like a fucking Thor or something like that, you know. Anyways,
You guys want to keep watch?
Take the second watch. I'm going to trance first.
I'm kind of tired. Can I trance first?
We can both trance with other people. I don't care.
I'll take the first 10 or 2 hours, 3 hours.
I can take the last one.
Perfect.
Well, actually, I'll do the first 2, you do the second 2, and then between the 2 of them, they'll be good. Because they only need 4 hours, Ophelia and Vic. Because there's not really watch.
you can take a watch if you want. You don't have to, but it's up to you. Like,
I like someone being awake.
Of course.
So I'll take the first 2 hours.
You do for your 2-hour watch.
I study my book, and I start the process of transferring another spell. This one I will pay for fully, and it is Fly. It'll also be 150 gold.
Ching.
But I'm going to start it. It's going to take me a little while.
Roll me perception check with disadvantage as you're not paying attention, as you're writing your book. You're not really paying attention, but you're focusing. So after 2 hours of watching, you begin to notice. Do you want to? I'm assuming you're taking a double watch.
No, just 2 hours.
Okay.
Then Doug was gonna do 2 hours, and then the other guys
You'll
got
have
it.
to wake Doug up.
Totally waking Doug up.
Mhm. So kind of wake up a little groggily. It's not very. Didn't rest that well yet. Kind of keep an eye out and take a honing stone to his axe to keep it well maintained. And that's kind of all he'll do is he's gonna keep a watch.
Roll me a perception check, good sir. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Right, that's going to a strike. 2 strikes now. But you're obviously in this bubble. So that concludes with our other strike here.
All right.
In the past.
Doug's gonna wake up, or
Alright. As you can wake up the next person if you see fit.
Hold out.
I did score legged out for me for some reason.
She just uses her wings to, she gets up, ignores you, Doug, and just floats out with her wings.
Alright, so before you float outside the barrier, there is an encounter that's happening. I couldn't explain it because I was fucking lagging. But they don't see you.
Does Ophelia see what's happening outside?
You see mechanical creatures begin to kind of come forth across this vehicle. As you can see them as a mechanical snake and a mechanical scout as they begin to look at the vehicle and scan it.
Interesting constructs. Companions, I believe that someone's trying to steal our ride. As she tries to wake everyone up.
Okay.
She uses thaumaturgy to make her voice big inside of here. But the sound doesn't go out of the tiny hut.
I'm not. Yeah, Doug hasn't rested long enough to heal up yet, so he's.
Oh.
Are you sure we want to
Yeah.
pick a fight like this?
Yeah, how long after I wake up is this, so I know if I have my armor on or not?
The encounter happened on, sadly, the watch that Doug was on.
Okay, fair enough.
So I would say only 4 hours have passed since the start, depending if
No armor. Yep, thank you.
Since the start of our rest, or since
Yes,
The
so
encounter.
we're
since
4
Doug's,
hours.
yes, Doug's, yeah, only 4 hours have passed total.
Yes, so Ophelia is back to full.
Yep, so is Vic, just no armor.
As they're
I'll take
scanning,
off
as
a
they're starting to
spell.
rip the machine apart.
Do you guys want this vehicle or do you not?
You
I
asking
guess
your
I shall
friends.
do something. Yeah. I guess I shall do something myself.
Why? Are they hurting us?
Now, I thought they scurry off before we.
They're destroying the bike.
Yeah, they don't see you because you're in some weird kind
We
of
don't
thing.
know how to ride the bike anyway.
Yeah, do we need that?
I will show you what they look like in the Discord. They're made of metal. As you begin to see the tire pop as it kind of goes down. Sorry, I have to move you into the tavern talk because I can't talk and for some reason it keeps cutting me in and out for some reason. Anyways, you just see the tire pop. They pop the tire as it eventually starts losing air.
Let them destroy it.
Yeah, it needed way too much upgrades and fixing. It wasn't worth our time.
They don't seem to attack you. They're just pillaging it off of it. Alright, you guys can go back to rest if you want.
What are you doing during the rest of it?
Well, she's gonna start putting her armor on, and then cleaning her weapons, kind of looking at you.
You see she's floating around the edges of the barrier, even floating up to the top. Like, just inspecting the script and stuff like that, like how the barrier is made.
You don't trust your own spells. You have to inspect them.
Just seeing the intricacies. As she floats back down.
There's a difference
I
between arcane. I trusted my deity to provide me with what I need.
wouldn't you rather be able to wrangle the arcane? Make it your own instead of asking for crumbs from your deity? Her voice is totally changed, you notice.
The weave has been corrupted before. You can't rely on it solely. And something seems different about you.
Well, you are allowed one question about my mother that you can ask anything that you want. What's your full name, Vic?
It's in the chat, Vikandar Omar. I think my
Vinekachad. And make sure I'm saying it right. Vinekachad Amar Dear. Question is yours to ask, though.
What is your mother's true name?
True. Ooh.
Ooh.
She's a crafty one. So, she'll give you one of them. Siblina.
I'll clock that. Doesn't register anything immediately, but
And you see
isn't true name
Ophelia.
power in your realm?
Ophelia's immediately back. Hey, Vic. Why are we letting those things destroy our bike?
Wait. You don't remember talking to me? Asking a question?
Are you messing with me?
You asked me my true name, I told it to you. Or I told you a name, and then I asked you a question. I believe he answered truthfully. The voice
He's a
did
little
sound
weird.
different. Who
He's a
is
little weirded
Sibylina?
out. Did you say Zablina?
I did indeed.
She immediately says she doesn't know who the fuck that is. Sorry. I just whispered that. Didn't mean to whisper. But she immediately says she doesn't know who the fuck that is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Are you sure you got out of your trance completely?
I know what I saw. I know what I heard.
He sees how serious you are. Um, so I asked you, you asked me a question, and I answered Zablina.
I mirrored the question you asked me.
She gets a little red faced, a little she's a little perturbed, and starts pacing around her little Miss Tiny Hut. She does not care about the bike anymore.
I
Why did
can
you give
feel
her your
her
full?
nerves.
Why did you give her your real name?
I didn't.
So she's just been watching.
I gave her my father's name. That's not my real name. Drow take their mother's names, not their father's.
You see, she gets visibly more relaxed. I knew you were smart. That's why she likes you.
Well, mirrors a forgotten house. She'll never find any information about that.
So she talked to you, eh?
Somebody talked to me was in the guise of you. There was a auditory difference. I could tell that it was somebody else, but sure looked like you.
Got a lot to think about. You mind if I take some time to myself?
I don't. Those things can take that bike for all I care.
We'll just do her perception check now.
Alright. After the 2-hour watch, you do see them. The machine's still there, but it has just scraps left. They took all the key components to make that vehicle run. Now it's just a husk.
Above game, fuck. In game, no.
We have any more watches left?
I believe one more.
We were the last two, so yeah, another perception check from us, the elves.
Alright, nothing happens. As your watch conclude, as you get a long rest, feeling revitalized, Doug, as Naziz or anybody who has been plunged with a needle, as your HP restores back to new. As for those that wake up, realizing the husk of the vehicle is left.
Izza kind of shrugs and does an extra squirt of perfume this time, the lavender, noting that she had totally slept in her cloak again and it's starting to get a little bit of BO.
Stanky.
So that's what the perfume's for.
Doug just kind of gets up and collects his things, kind of brushes some dust and dirt off of himself from where he was laying. Doesn't really pay any attention to his his smell. Actually, I don't know. Do dragonborns have BO?
You have scales, so you could potentially have buildup in those scales, and it would stink like a lizard would. Like a real Komodo dragon, they smell.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know. I've never had
Who knows?
lizards
Maybe
before.
maybe you even mold.
There's
You
a
notice
lore
over the
question.
fire in the middle of this tent that there's a kind of a frosty distance between Vic and Ophelia. Just kind of sizing each other up, looking at each other.
Ophelia is not upset at Vic. She's not keeping her distance. She's just more curious. But she does stay with Doug.
Yeah, Vic's starting the clock. I'm gonna stay with Naziz.
Okay.
Why are we sticking together?
Just sitting on opposite sides of the fire.
Oh, okay.
There's a big fire right there.
I usually use the other map, but I thought this time.
It's a magical fire this time. You see Ophelia lets down the barrier. I think we should get going on our journey.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I'll go ahead and send my bat a little ahead. Morticia, go on.
Alright.
Thank you guys for reminding me.
You continue onwards along your travels through the trails into the unknown of the abyss, making your or Underdark, apologies, into your travels. As another week has happened as you travel across your long voyage. In that week, you can roll a D100 for a magical item or a survival check for a magical herb along your travels, as you avoid danger and avoid whatever conflict comes your way.
I had enough time to get the Falai in my book, so I'm adding it to my spell list. Magic
See,
item 100.
Oh yeah. You see, Ophelia's been slowly but surely switching to floating around with her wings rather than walking.
And you always use those things. Do they not tire you, or?
Well, it seems like every time I go into my trance, I get a little bit more used to them. Like I'm sort of growing into them. And all of a sudden, I thought I might as well use them a little bit, getting strengthened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I've grown strong enough to use my own wings, but they take a lot out of me.
I have wings, Doug.
I mean, yes. All Dragonborns get wings after a certain point. But again, we're, not small creatures, so it takes a lot of energy. We'll maybe do it once a day or so.
That is incredible, to be honest. You're like the closest thing to a witch besides Vickens out of the party, I think. You get wings.
Do a lot of witches have wings?
Oh, yes. A lot of witches can fly, I think. They all get some form of flight. Some use brooms, some can fly in a cauldron, some get crow wings, things like that.
They fly in a cauldron?
Yeah, I saw a witch that flew inside of a cauldron once. She was powerful, though.
Mm.
She would fly
Well,
around that cauldron, and,
seems like an odd choice.
but
Cauldrons
the
are not
cauldron was
normally known for flight.
indestructible. So she would just fly through castles and whatnot, just laughing, going, you know?
That's awesome.
As you guys eventually arrive towards what seems to be an underground, slow-moving river, as the route soon takes you away, as this river seems you can trail across it. Water looks black and opaque, as you can't see through it.
Ophelia can probably only carry Isa over with her wings.
I have fly. I can give it to
It's
one
a
of our
route.
stronger
You don't need to
people.
go across. You can walk across it on the
Okay.
side of it.
We don't need to. I'm not gonna.
No, you don't need
but
to.
I now have fly.
So after a 4-hour later, you eventually come across, with your perception, passive perception of 15 or higher, you can see a tribe of 100 Ukatoas, as you can see them, these little fish people with whips, as they're led by a head honcho with this kind of flower crown on his head, as it looks like an archpriest. As we'll enter session here and see what shenanigans we get up to. As it seems the fish people are interested in you, as they don't look lethal at the moment, depending on how you act and perceive yourself to them.
Oh, I hope I want to roll a history check to see if Ophelia knows about these people.
Definite demonic influence. We should kill them all.
As Baldur's Gate's reference is the same fish people. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Is it
Ophelia
WoW?
hope he knows.
Goal.
She would love this.
They're correlated to Murlocs, yeah. And WoW.
They're what?
They're like Murlocs. Oh, for people who played World of Warcraft.
From WoW, yeah. Murlocs.